17th of July, 2022. Good morning, everyone. It is now 11:43 a.m. and I have arrived at Rush Grove Park. Let's see if there's anything interesting to see here. So there are some legume trees here, which I have seen too many of. There's a children's playground here. And I'm out of the park. And I have arrived at Colindale Park. This is quite cool actually, although I don't think you can actually read the information because they have the other half of it. I think it's just for you to take a photo, so that's what I'm gonna do. So I used my drone to help me take a photo because my tripod wouldn't stand still, and I also really want to find out why Colindale Station is called Colindale Station, so I'm gonna tell you guys about it now. The area was originally called Colindale, and after the 16th century family of John Colin. Until the 20th century, Colindale was without any buildings save for a large house called Colindale Lodge, and Colindale Farm had a few cottages. A spelling with two L's has been used as on this Oregon's survey map, and it was printed in 1873. All of these properties were on Colindale Lane, and by the end of the 19th century, cheap land prices made Colindale attractive to developers, and Colindale Hotel was opened in 1898 as an asylum for the lifelong-term sick of London. In 1902, the British Library built a new depository for newspapers and periodicals on Colindale Avenue. Initially, material was merely stored at Colindale and transported into central London. And by 1996, the majority of the hospital was closed. And that's all the time I've got to tell you about the history of Colindale. Hope you enjoyed listening! The next clip will be of me at Royal Air Force Museum, as we actually have to walk past this park. Ooh, there's some purple top vervain plants here and lavender plants. I'm gonna take a photo here. Ooh, there is an interesting graffiti here. I wonder what it's trying to represent. I'm gonna take a photo of it. They have outdoor cinemas in August, but it's now July. They also have mini halls. I think this might be the Hawker Hurricane. I don't think they have the Spitfire. This is the Havilland DH-9A airplane. So there are lots of helmets here. This is the Reaper M2 model aircraft. So I learned that the first atomic weapons were dropped on Japan in 1945. Oh, so back in 2007, drones were used to target an area and collect information to choose the best time to strike. This is the Typhoon model. Why aren't there keyboards on this? There's even a mouse. Wait, has this been additionally added? So these are some of the uniforms that the draft officers would wear. That one is a female one. So there are lots of badges here that the Royal Air Force wear. So this is the rudder from Avro 540K, and Prince Albert actually learned to fly in this. So this drum is actually used in parades and ceremonies. So I learned that back in the days, cameras were used to photograph targeted areas to know where to bomb other places. So this is the Merlin crane, and it was used to power during the Battle of Britain. So this is the E3 Sentry Airborne Early Warning Aircraft. So I learned that radar was employed to guide around base air defense missiles. So I learned that patrolling the seas and coastline was an important task for the flying force. So I learned that back in the day, barb bells were used to scramble as many people to meet the enemy. And I learned that this operation clock wasn't used to track the time. Instead, it was used to help track the movements of enemy aircraft. So I learned that the Royal Air Force recruits people from all backgrounds, and most people want to work at the Royal Air Force because they have the opportunity to see the world. This is the airlift helicopter. It's so big. Correction, this is called the Sea King. So this was the recruiting post. So this is the Siddeley Hawker net, and its blue is red ring. So this Gloucester airplane was the first British aircraft. So I learned that pilots would work 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, bloody hell. Also, I want to take a photo with this Sea King helicopter. So I learned that Beatrice Shilling saved the pilot's life because she invented the metal washer into the Merlin engines. Also, it is now 2:57 and I am getting a little hungry, so I'm gonna go to the cafe and come back. I ordered this lemon chicken and it comes with vegetables, and I also ordered the English breakfast too. So I just finished my lunch and I'm on my way back to H1. There are actually loads of buildings over here and they all have one floor only. I learned that this was used for target towing during the RAF Marine craft section. So I'm back at where I stopped, and I learned that this, the Havilland, the H117, has only used for a year. So I learned that the K1991 was built in 1931 and it flew from Cranwell to Egypt in 31.35 hours. And I also learned that the microwave oven was accidentally discovered because of this cavity magnetron and used to detect approaching enemies. I think this is the Lockheed Martin F-35 aeroplane. Wow, there is a subject called aerospace manufacturing engineering. I did not know that. This is Hill the Bear, and he actually traveled the world in 2018. I'm actually gonna travel the world in 2023. So these pair of goggles were worn by Lord Clitterstell, which was the Duke of Hamilton. And Amy Johnson was the first female pilot to fly solo from England to Australia in 1930. I learned that in the 1940s, 2/3 of the food consumed in the UK were imported by sea. Apparently, many aircrew workers take a lucky charm of them, so Frederick Sergeant Cooper took this teddy bear with him on every operational flight, and this teddy bear survived the war. So I learned that in 1980, men over 21 and women over 30 were allowed to vote. And I got kicked out of the museum. So now I'm gonna walk to the Broadwalk shopping center. Ooh, this building is the Burnt Oak Library. It looks quite cool. Ooh, that door behind me is quite cool. It's like pink and black. And I have arrived at the Broadwalk. I think they shut in 55 minutes. It's now 5 minutes past 6. So they have a flower shop. They have a secret Sainsbury's. Oh, they have a meeting room here. So this meeting room was used for Girl Guide meetings, mother and toddler groups meetings, and it was a local theater as well. Oh, so this Broadwalk Center was opened in 1919, and it was mainly for the Sainsbury's supermarket. I learned that the Northern Line opened in 1924, and it helped this rural area become a town center and brought businesses and more people into this area. And I also learned that in 1929, the first ever Tesco was opened in Burnt Oak. Oh, also, Wind and Brass Instruments previously based its factory in Edgwarebury. There's a cupcake shop here and a pound shop here as well. I just went into TK Maxx to have a little stroll. Oh, this rainbow spatula is lovely. And I have arrived at Stone Grove Park. There's some China roses here. There's a children's playground here. I have never seen these blue spruce plants. I might take a photo here. And I'm back at the start of the park, and I'm gonna head to Edgwarebury Park now. And I have arrived at Edgwarebury Park. The reason why I'm planning Don't Waste Another Day is because I'm thinking, should I go to the open mic later at Kilburn? Because to get home, I have to walk past Bronsbury Station, so that's why I've been practicing this song. I'm not sure if they have changed their flowers or if I haven't went to the prettiest part yet, but I kind of want to fly my drone here and help me to use it to take a photo. I've been trying to turn on my drone for 20 minutes, but it's not turning on. So I'll keep walking and keep trying to turn it on and see if I can fly my drone. There's some common lavender flowers, and I took a photo here like this. There's a playground and a cafe here, but it's closed now. There's a wildflower meadow here. I've just walked through some woods and I've come out of this field. And I'm back at this wildflower meadow. So the time now is 9:05 p.m. and the sun sets in 9 minutes. And I've finished exploring this park. So if you enjoyed this vlog, don't forget to subscribe, like, share it with your friends, and comment down below to let me know if you actually ended up going to any of these places, and I'll see you all with another traveling vlog or music related video. Bye!